We are now familiar with HTML elements, and we understand that it is a term that can be interchangeably used for HTML tags. In this lesson, I just want to break down how an HTML element is defined. So usually it starts with a starting tag. So we have here the tag name, okay, or also known as the, if you remember, starting tag. So let me just go here. We have in the middle, we have what we call the content, and in the end, guys, we let me just, so at least it won't be that difficult to, so we have here the content, and we have the end tag, ending tag. Okay, so that will be composed of the tag name, so we can call it tag name here, and then in between of them, in between the starting tag here that we have here and the ending tag that we have here, this is where the content goes. Okay, so this is something that I would want to be very clear. So the HTML element, for example, we have here the P element and the starting P element and the ending P element here. So that means that the HTML element, in this case, we have the paragraph element, is everything from the starting tag up to the ending tag here, as what we've discussed before when we use JSBean. So right now, this is our first paragraph. Right, guys? So I'm hoping that that's very clear. We have the starting tag. We have the element content. Okay, so let's just define this as element content. And we have the ending tag. Okay, everyone, so now that we are more familiar with what an HTML element is and we know how to define it, this is a good reference that you can use. It's the URL developer.mozilla.org en-us docs web HTML element. And you can see here this page lists all of the HTML elements which are created using the tags. As we've discussed before, if we have an HTML tag here, we have the opening tag and the closing tag and the content in between, which we call the element content. That is what we consider as an element. That's what we define as an element. So specifically here, we have the main root element, which is the HTML element. So we now know that the opening tag, the closing tag, and the element content is the whole composition of an element. And we have here the definition here saying that this reference is grouped by function so that we can easily find what we need for our project. So you can see we have the main root, the document metadata, sectioning root, content sectioning elements, the text content elements, inline text semantics, image and multimedia, embedded content, scripting, demarcating edits, table content, forms. So we will be tackling some of the elements here as we go along with our lessons. So don't worry. So we do have here the obsolete and deprecated elements. So I would suggest that you run through the documentation here. So at least you will be familiar with the different HTML elements that you can use for your future projects and for our projects that we will be building in this course. Okay, so everyone, thank you and see you on our next lessons.